I made $2,100 in a day trading gold, and I'm going to show you exactly how I was able to make this amount of money trading gold. So let's get right into it. Now, if you are struggling to be a profitable trader, I'm telling you, this strategy that I have will definitely help you become profitable. All you got to do is just have the system, have the discipline, have the patience, and I promise you, you will see results. So let's go ahead and get right into this gold trade. So it was Monday that I was looking at gold, and gold at the time was particularly still bullish. Okay, so if we just back this up right here, all right. So gold at the time was very bullish. This was New York session. All I was doing was waiting for the market to create a higher low, retesting a little bit of some lows, and then breaking the structure of the high. Now, what I really wanted to see was I really wanted to see if gold would come anywhere around this area for potential buys. But I just actually simplified my strategy, making sure that I was not getting caught in any pullbacks. I really wanted the market to actually break a certain high. Now, what was that high that I wanted gold to break? Even though gold was forming a higher low, if you can see, right here. Now, some people will say, "Oh, it's forming a head and shoulders," right? Just go back down to this area to fill the liquidity or the gap. But me necessarily, I wasn't looking for that. I was actually looking for a break of this high right here. Now, to be safe, you could have looked at this particular high, but I was actually looking for this high. But after a while, I started saying, you know what? If it breaks this high, I'll be looking to enter if it breaks this high, just because I know that the market was not only creating a higher low, a mini higher low right here, but the market comes back up, breaking this area. This is telling me that it probably wants to continue upwards because it has engulfed this whole area of a lower high. All right, so let's see what gold does, and I'm gonna show you exactly how I entered. Okay, so you can obviously see that gold is retesting, and it formed a double bottom right here. Okay, you see the double bottom that just happened. Okay, so usually when I look at this, I usually say, okay, it's support level. But because it was still not wanting to break yet, that's when I say, you know what, it's best that I'm looking at 37.28 for a good entry, because once it breaks to the high, then I'm looking for buys. Okay, simple, guys, nothing crazy, just simple. You don't want to be trading in this range. So right there was the buy. Okay. What did I do? I placed my buy position here. All right. So let's go ahead and zoom in. Where's my stop loss? My stop loss was right here. Okay. Originally right here. I did put it right here. But then after a while, I left it right here. Okay. And I just swung it. Guys, I've been swing trading for about 2 or 3 weeks now, and it's been amazing. All right. I wanted it to originally swing it all the way to the next whole number, which is 37 800. But I said, you know what, just in case, I want to short it I want it to be short term for the buys where I wanted to, close. And I think it was around 37.87 area, 37.90. I was really holding for 37.90, but I just say, you know what, if it hits 37.90, I'll probably get out around this area. Okay. So here we go. And mind you, guys, I was holding this trade all the way from Monday to Tuesday morning, which is this morning, all right, of me releasing this video. So it's 2 o'clock. Boom. All right. And that's where I closed right here at the 88 mark, 37.88. Now, what was very crazy about this trade was it was simple. It wasn't anything extravagant. It wasn't anything that I had to wait on confluence wise. Well, it maybe had been one confluence, and one of those confluence was a retest to the low. It was a double bottom and then a shot up. Okay. However, I don't need a double bottom to hit this breakout. All I need to do is wait for this area. Since it's in buys, I was just waiting for this area to be safe, just to be broken broken enough for me to enter into buys. And that's how simple I made my trade. Now, some of you guys are hearing that you need to swing trade based off of a higher time frame. No, you do not. This was off a 5-minute time frame. I swung my position from Monday morning of New York session all the way to Tuesday morning pre-New York, and I closed around 5:30, 5:45, somewhere around there. Let me see. 5:35, I closed. And it was just very crazy because I've been taught this whole time that in order for you to actually swing trade, you need to be looking at the higher time frames. No, you do not. What I do say is if you like to look at the higher time frames for a bigger picture or bigger analysis, it will help to know what direction you want to go when it comes to trading the trend. Okay. But you do not need to be trading or entering off of the 1 hour or the 4 hour or the daily time frame to showcase in order for you to actually swing trade your position. You could have caught multiple trades throughout the day just off of this one big move. So I think a lot of people get very anxious because they feel like, well, if it's on a lower time frame, I'm afraid that the market's going to pull back on me. I feel like, da 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 da. I feel like it's not really going to go my way, and I think that's where a lot of traders are not putting in the reps. What I would like to talk about right quick before I end this video is if you really want to become a swing trader or scalper, it doesn't really matter. You just got to be putting in the reps. Okay. You cannot sit here and let your emotions sway just because the markets are swaying. When the markets are swaying, you have to learn how to have self control, like I did in this trade, right? Now, you can obviously see here that in this range, the market was definitely ranging a little bit, right? But it didn't range too much to the point to where it broke out of this area. So I'm trying to help people understand you don't need the most exclusive strategy, right? You don't need to say, oh, supply and demand is the best strategy. That's the only thing I need to trade, right? I do trade supply and demand still, but I've been trading more breakouts than ever because breakout strategy has been more profitable for me personally currently right now. And until I see gold do something elsewise, then I might whip out my supply and demand to help me profit consistently. Because sometimes you might be in a range and you try to do a breakout and it still doesn't really do what you really want to do, especially if you're swing trader. But here's the thing, even if it doesn't do what you want it to do, you still need to be patient. Okay. Whatever strategy you're using, you need to be patient. But when it comes to this breakout strategy has been killer for gold. But you do have to have patience. You do need to wait. You don't need to be taking just any breakout. You need to know for sure whatever trade that you're going to take when it comes to the breakouts, you need to know for a fact that you think in your mind that it's going to move. If you think that the market is just going to come back on you just because it just simply broke out and it's retesting, then you are simply not trading with confidence. You're trading with fear. Okay. And this is what produces FOMO. We get in a trade like this, and all of a sudden we have FOMO because we think that the market's going to come back on us. You can't think like that. You have to execute and stay in that position until it takes you out or until it gives you the profit that you deserve. So I hope this video was definitely helpful. Please like and subscribe to the YouTube channel. And if you need any other further questions, please drop a comment in my comment section, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.